It's nice to hear you're very relaxed, completely at one with the world voice.
We got back home at 2 o'clock this morning.
Oh, so not quite fully at one.
I'm not. Well, I don't know. I am relaxed.
Partially at 2. You're relaxed. That's lovely.
Yeah.
So we got back at 2. Oh, because the flight arrives at Bristol or something at 11 at midnight, or
yeah, exactly. And then charge the car, and then all of that sort of.
Oh, because the car loses its battery while you're away.
No, because the car takes a. Oh gosh. It's very boring. It just
doesn't matter. Okay, I don't. No one needs to know about electric vehicles.
No.
This is a podcast in which two friends talk about the pleasures, absurdities, and imperfections of being human. I'm Simon Ellis.
And I'm Lee Miller. Welcome to Midlifing.
Jeff is being collected this morning.
Oh, he's not yet back.
He's not yet
So he
back.
doesn't even know. He's been sitting in his cell with a tennis ball, bouncing a tennis ball against the cell, crossing the days off, but he doesn't really know that today's the day.
I don't ever think that that's how he views it. I think it's much more that he goes on a camping holiday with his horse friends.
Yeah. Exactly. He goes to horse camp.
He goes to horse camp, yeah, exactly that.
Yeah. I guess there's something good to not knowing what day of the week it is, isn't there? Do you think you'd be happier if you didn't know what day of the week it was?
I had 2 days last week where I didn't know what day of the week it was.
And were you happier?
So happy.
So that experiment is complete.
Oh,
we know.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm going to not spend any. I'm going to give up all my calendars and diaries and things like that.
Oh, you know when you just. I don't know, actually, do you ever holiday, as in just completely switch off, or are you always active?
Active in the sense of?
You know, with a plan, I'm going to do this, today to do this, or this is going to happen, now, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's basically what I call that being in Italy. Yeah, there's not a lot. I mean, often when I'm working there, I'll have a sort of plan for the workday, and then it'll just get totally discarded because something else comes up.
Gotcha. Which
is different, of course, from what you're saying. But I think that's pretty common if I go to be on holiday there, that I don't... It's tricky, that. Actually, Finn and I were talking about this yesterday. I think there's things I do every day of my life. So I keep doing those things.
Yoga.
Yeah, meditation, yoga, and there's a couple of bits of reading I do in the morning, which I always do. And so that would be, what would a holiday be like without those things? I don't know. That's quite
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not sure if I would count that as not doing anything. I think what I mean is, there are some people who holiday and they go to, Okay, so...
They go to Rome, and then they go... On the first day, there's the Colosseum.
Exactly.
And then after the Colosseum, we're going to eat at the local trattoria, which is big on, whatever, Instagram.
Exactly. It has this many reviews. I need to make sure that I get that table because I want to have that photograph.
Yes, and I've heard that the carbonara is particularly good if you have it at 7:30, and it's cooked by this person.
So... There's that kind of holiday, but there's also the one where somebody goes to something, let's say, like Disneyland or Disney World, and then they spend their holiday queuing.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not me. It's
definitely not me.
Lil and I are both, we're definitely people who kind of have a general sense of a plan, particularly when it comes to food. And we know that at this we want to go for a long walk in that morning or that afternoon or whatever. So, but that kind of thing where you're kind of going, you need to do this, and then when you do that, nah, absolutely not. We might have a general sense, like we went to Sicily one time. We definitely want to have a brioche ice cream for breakfast one day. But it didn't have to be Tuesday at 8 o'clock at a particular place.
It just had to be, we have to breakfast on the brioche ice cream.
At some point, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. There was a general sense that might be a list of things we could, so it's not, it's much more chilled than that, for sure.
Cool.
But ideally for me would be, my ideal holiday really is just being in a really airy room, which is sort of outside inside, and a hammock or some kind of sleeping implement, and just falling asleep, waking up, going for a swim, reading, falling asleep, waking up, eating, falling asleep, reading, etc.
Gotcha.
It's just like maybe going for a walk. No, I love walking included.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Was that similar to what you did?
A holiday in a city is slightly different for me.
It is,
in that I don't, if I'm going to go for a swim, I've got to organise myself to go to the swimming baths, which I didn't do this time.
Yes, of course.
I did go for a swim, but that's because I visited my parents, which was very nice.
Did Bob go as well to your parents, or just you?
Yes, Bob came.
Oh, nice.
I think that would be a very strange world if Bob didn't come to visit my parents.
I mean, your parents would be a little bit concerned, wouldn't they?
Yeah, given
that's
that she is the favourite.
That they want, exactly. She's the person they want to see.
Yeah.
Where's Bob? Why didn't you bring him?
Exactly.
What are you doing here?
If I walk towards the car before her, my dad's pushing me to one side so he can get to Bob. Hello. How are you, darling? It's like,
Wow.
I am Bob's delivery system, but that's fine. I am actually genuinely nothing gives me more joy. So that the holiday you described is going to see my parents, but if I'm in the city, it's more kind of what should we do today? And then we usually have a list of things that we want to do or achieve or visit or go, and then at the end of the holiday we go, wow, we did one of them. Haven't we done well?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a very leaky bucket list. That's how a
very leaky bucket list.
Yeah.
Show title.
These are generally things that might be nice to do, but
yeah.
And so, do you feel? By the way, just a bit of context for people who might be listening to this. Lee was on holiday last week and had he had a total switch-off holiday. Like Lee deleted the apps from his phone. Not Instagram, though. He didn't delete Instagram from your phone, did you?
No, but I didn't post.
Huh.
I had a little look at stuff, mostly if I got a message. So I messaged friends who wished me happy anniversary via it.
And so people, if they'd want to contact you via work things, they could have just contacted you via Instagram.
Yeah, but nobody did.
Okay, that's good. But Lee deleted your email apps. Is that right? Yeah,
I did. I deleted email and Teams so that I couldn't be tempted to look, and indeed wasn't tempted.
Because you didn't have. It was a computerless holiday too, right?
It was a computerless holiday. Yes,
yeah, that's very cool. Very cool.
Very cool. I read books.
And does that mean that when you got back last night, you got computed, or have you done that already this morning, or is it you're still going to hold off until Monday?
So I got back at 2:00. Computers were not at the top of my list.
I can imagine.
And I was awake 3 minutes before I started to talk to you, so no. I have not looked at anything. Actually, I am sure I will look at things. I did notice
a bit of sleepiness in your voice, that's for sure.
There still is a little bit of sleepiness.
So do you think your way of being on holiday has changed? It's hard to imagine, isn't it, before the way in which email became a thing that we carried around with us, which was effectively 2007 was iPhone. So 2009, let's say, 2010 was when that started really happening, maybe 2012. So it's not been long.
No.
Hang on, I've just got to deal with the magpie. Hang on.
Oh. So while Simon deals with
Actually, no, I'm not going to deal with the magpie. I'm just going to let the magpie... I've had some magpie issues, which maybe we can get into later.
I can circle back to the question. I need to know what the magpie issues have been.
So I have a bird feeder.
I know.
And it has been hanging directly off a hook. It was here in the house. I didn't buy a bird feeder. And I was feeding it, and then really lovely, tits and robins and little things have been just lovely, just having... And then... One time I heard this big thud, and I saw a magpie on the balcony, and then it was trying to figure out it was looking at it, trying to figure out, and then eventually, I think I've told you, it basically figured out how to hang on to one edge of it, upside down with one leg in arabesque, and then its wings flapping madly, and the whole thing would kind of just rock all over the place. And so they were just consuming these magpies, or one magpie had figured it out and were just consuming it like crazy. And so I decided to I just thought, I don't want to really be feeding the magpie population. It's supposed to be for little birds. They have a harder time, etc. And so I've hung it from a piece of string. So I've basically destabilized it.
Yeah.
It was not stable, but now it's really not stable. And I'm yet to see whether the magpies can handle it. But a magpie just landed on the balcony and then popped down to the floor, where it's obviously there's seeds on the floor, but it hasn't yet appeared at the feeder itself. If it does, I will put my headphones down and whack the window. And then I need to rethink my strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a constant battle between magpies and me.
I do love the whole Corvid family, and we often spend quite a lot of time in the churchyard speaking out loud to the jackdaws, asking them if they'd like to come and live in our garden.
Aren't they
We
amazing?
think they're beautiful with their little grey fluffy heads.
Have I ever talked to you about if you look up smart crows on the internet?
No, but I know that they're incredibly clever and they can undo bottles and all sorts of things. They are brilliantly brilliant.
Wow! If you ever got a spare hour in your life, just look up smart crows solving puzzles or something like that. And there's a New Zealand research that was doing, and the things that they do and are capable of, it is extraordinary.
And they hold grudges.
They hold grudges.
And my favourite thing is not only do they hold grudges, they will recruit other crows to hold the same grudge. So the grudge,
basically like Peaky Blinders, aren't they?
Yeah. The grudges become intergenerational, which I just think is beautiful.
Do you think they keep razor blades in their little beaks so that they can take people's eyes out?
I don't think they need them. Have you not seen Damien Omen 2?
Yeah, it's true.
No, of course you haven't seen Damien Omen 2.
I think I might have actually seen Omen 2.
Okay, well, there you go. So you got the scene where the nosy journalist has her eyes pecked out by crows.
Yeah.
On a wintry... abandoned road.
Which is, and the moral of the story, of course, is to not be a journalist.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's Simon versus the Magpies, Volume 1. I think the Magpies are winning, by the way.
Good.
But I will survive, and I will outfox them.
I want you to survive, but I honestly don't want you to outfox the magpies. I want the magpies to continue to thrive. And
so do I. Love them. I don't. It's not an anti-magpie thing. It's just that I think it's just that it's a little bird feeder, and also the cost of buying feed just went up astronomically as a consequence of the magpies figuring it out.
Magpies are in the pocket of big seed. They're making you spend more money.
I think the problem with big feed. I'm sure that Jeff Bezos has got something to do with big feed.
No. It's Jeff Birdsos is in charge of big feed, and he's put all magpies on a contract.
If you can go and eat the little bird's food, it will make Simon Kennedy Ellis have to buy more seed, and I will be able to buy another yacht.
Exactly. Evil laugh, big yacht.
Exactly.
Or other way around.
And all the magpies are like, yes, Jeff Birdsos, but what's in it for us? And he says, like,
unlimited shiny plastic.
So.
Sorry, yes, sir.
No, why are you apologising?
For having a fantasy about Jeff Birdsos and his magpie.
I think I was glad to have heard you share my. By the way, just as a little aside, I've already been up this morning making ice cream sandwiches.
For whom?
Because Finn and Sophie are here, and I made some ice cream yesterday, and we made the biscuits yesterday, and so then this morning was making the sandwiches themselves and then putting them back in the freezer.
Right, okay. Just checking that you weren't making the sandwiches and then walking into the bedroom and going, wake up, I have got you ice cream sandwiches. which would be an excellent way to start the day.
It's quite early, isn't it?
Wake up, Finn. It is time
But
for your
disappointingly, the ice cream's just a little bit icy. Just a little bit icy. Yeah. It's hard to get a good ice cream churner. So I want to go back to holidays, though. Can we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you...
Oh, we were asking about,
Yeah,
what happens when you've got emails in your pocket.
Well, yeah. Do holidays feel different? I mean, it's also a different time of your life from, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like,
What's
what's different? What's different?
Well, what's different?
Different
is
work responsibilities.
I was going to say, 15 years ago, my responsibilities were primarily to students in a room.
Yeah.
And so when they were away, my responsibilities diminished significantly.
Yeah.
So
you holidayed when they holidayed. I mean, more or less.
More or less, yeah, absolutely. And now it is interesting. I do often holiday during the academic year. So I almost always take some time off in November, because it's kind of like I hate that run between. I hate autumn. No, I don't. I love autumn. I think autumn's a beautiful time, but I hate how sloggy it feels at work because everything feels front loaded, and I know that that's not true. It's not
Is
front
that the
loaded.
sort of pre-Christmas?
It's that pre-Christmas and everybody's like trying to do everything.
To get it
and
done
it's
before
rush,
Christmas.
rush. And yet I know it doesn't calm down after Christmas. So I've taught myself in this job to just go, actually, taking a week off won't make your life any harder, but it might make it better.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I think for me it was less about the emergence of the iPhone and emails in pockets. And I know other devices had emails beforehand, but
but the iPhone was, as they say,
easier.
the revolution. At least at Apple, revolutionary product, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs, 2007.
It was less about the iPhone and more about the omnipresence of 4G and then 5G and mobile data that was not costing money on when we were, what's it called, roaming.
Roaming, which used to be exorbitantly expensive.
Exactly, and now it's it's not. It's well, depending on your contract, but it's free in most of Europe, and so I do find myself going. I remember there was a time when I used to genuinely be able to say to people, "Oh, I won't be able to be in touch with you. I'm at my parents' house."
Yeah, no Wi-Fi,
no Wi-Fi, no signal. I could get text messages and telephone calls but there was no data. Don't be silly. And if I wanted to get a signal, an email, I would have to go to a cafe about a 10-minute walk away.
Yeah. So that's quite a lot of friction to get something to do something that you don't necessarily want to do anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Whereas now it's kind of like, well, it's omnipresent. Everybody has data. It's just the way that the world works. You have to have it. Otherwise, you can't do anything. And by that, I mean, of course, you can do everything. But we've been trained. Like, I can't remember the last time I got money out of the Bureau de Change.
Oh, yeah.
To go away.
I mean,
like
I was thinking about
on.
Poste restante the other day. That idea that you'd go to a place and people would have sent letters to their ahead of you, and then that was the highlight when I was traveling through Europe as a 22-year-old. That was the highlight of going to a new city and going to Poste restante and seeing if any mail had been sent to me. I mean, extraordinary.
Yeah, it's. I think we are a very curious generation, you and I, in that we are. When we were in.
Or traveller's checks.
Yeah, exactly. But we remember the 80s quite well, yeah, because we were there.
Yeah.
And there's that sense that the 80s was as proximate to the 1940s as now is to the 1980s.
Is that really true?
Yeah, yeah. So if it was 1986, 1946 was exactly, and it's the same distance between 86 and 46 as it is 26 and 86. I know. But what that means is that we're in a weird... I feel like everything since definitely 2000, but maybe a smidge before, feels a little bit like a stasis. I don't know if this is an artifact of just being older, or if it is that the world feels like it has had less clear epochs in terms of development.
Oh,
I don't mean social and cultural and like, you know, because there've been wild things that have happened in that period of time. I'm aware what happened in 2001. Yeah, it feels like so much of the, yeah, I don't know. Nothing has rocked my world as much as the Walkman did. Do you know what I mean? Because everything since then. I mean, mobile phones were a big deal. So I guess I don't know. I suppose. Okay, here's what I mean.
I mean, it was the interface thing was very, you know, that's the thing of carrying something around with you. That was mind-bogglingly different, wasn't it? Because you didn't have to go somewhere to do it; you could take it with you, which, of course, is the preempting of everything we're talking about in relation to phone, email in your pocket.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you're right. The interface, huge shift, and at the same time, it feels like
or the mobility more than the interface. But anyway, sorry.
There were these weird little incremental sort of like bites out of the world that took us there, and I think back to the Walkman, and it's just like, wow. I can stop. I can listen to music and walk around. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can isolate myself from the world.
Aha.
Yeah,
Aha.
I can be in my own little world wherever I am.
I can put those orange foam headphones on my head and disappear.
Yeah. Wow. The number of Walkmans versions and different kinds of headphones and setups I used and how I connected them onto my backpack and then biked with. I mean, I've been through so much stuff like that.
Yeah.
I actually went on a website recently, which was basically the history of the Walkman, and I identified the particular model that just completely changed my world. That my sister and her fiance at the time brought back for me from Australia, and it was so awesome. And but yeah, I hadn't quite clocked just how many different versions. These are just the Sony ones, by the way.
Yeah.
How many? Anyway, see, please.
No, so I'm just thinking that, you know, I remember the mobile. Oh well, I remember a pager being a big deal because obviously I was a major drug dealer.
Yeah.
But I remember a pager, and then I remember seeing my first mobile phone in the 1980s, so mid 1980s, because my mum and dad owned a pub, and there were a couple of car dealers that came in, and car dealers and bankers seemed to be the people who
They had their bricks.
mobile phones. Exactly. Solly, which was the name of the guy who I'm thinking of, who we eventually named a Labrador after. So sometimes my dad will be telling a story about Solly, and I'll have to go, stop, because without the context, I'm like, stop, dog or man? He's like, dog. It's like, oh, that makes more sense. I was pulling Solly from under a table and beating him. Hang on. Dog or man?
It took
man.
Solly for a walk. Wait.
And he had the suitcase one.
Yeah, right.
Which is just like, wow.
Yeah. I remember one in a car. A friend once, their family had one in a car. Yeah.
I remember he allowed me to phone the pub phone from his suitcase. And he was just like, okay, hang up, because it was so expensive. You know, it was like pounds a minute. Anyway.
Yeah. It was Get Smart, basically. He had a shoe phone.
He had a shoe
the size of a suitcase. Well, we do sound like a couple of middle-aged men, I think, in this episode. I think we're out middle-aged ourselves.
Mm. So this will come after the stinger. This is our button on the episode.
What is?
What I'm about to say now. I've got an update. While I was away, I went to see an Antipodean by the name of Simon.
Australian.
Australian. And
did he speak like this? Was everything a question?
No, because he speaks like this. Mostly because of the context in which I see him. He's a massage therapist. And I had a massage on the Sunday I arrived, and a follow-up on the Monday.
Oh, hang on, this is in Lisbon?
Yeah.
Right.
Of
So
course I
there's
have a
an
massage
Australian
there.
called Simon living in Lisbon giving out massages.
His dad is Portuguese. So yeah, I see him quite a lot actually. He's my Lisbon-based body worker.
Yeah.
I really like him. And
LBBW, Lisbon-based body worker.
yeah,
He's your LBBW.
he chased my headaches away.
Did he?
Yeah.
Do you think that coincides with you also stopping from work?
I mean, I don't think stopping work hurts them, but yeah, there was a lot of cervical and shoulder and spinal, just kind of like
Yeah.
and for the
And so they're gone.
they started, funnily enough, to creep back yesterday as I was waiting to get the plane home. What a surprise!
I have no idea how I could possibly
What could the
diagnose anything
correlation
what's going
be?
on. No, I don't think that's. I think that's just total. It's just random. That's arbitrary linkages or correlations. They're nothing to do with each other.
Nothing to do with each other.
Yeah.
But
Let's see how you go on Monday when you return to work.
Oh fucking hell!
You should maybe get your Lisbon-based body worker to come back with you and just to come to work with you.
I mean, it probably would be more sensible for me to get a UK-based body worker. But here's the thing. I never quite have enough time to go and see somebody in the UK. And isn't that an issue?
Do you know I write it down each month that I'm going to go twice in the month. Oops, there's a magpie just eyeing the... Yeah, I can see... Yep, I can see you, and you can see me. No, it's just... Can you? Come on. I dare you, motherfucker. Go on. Go on, have a go. I know.
Okay.
Oh, it didn't. It hopped down. Oh, yeah. Take that. Just a 50-centimetre piece of string, and that beat you. Not so smart after all, are you?
Okay. Bye.
See ya.